Hi there, welcome to 5 Minutes with Florence Chaurura. I am Florence Chaurura and I would like to say good day, good morning and good evening. If you're watching this, I'm sure you're going to enjoy this powerful topic. It's called emotional intelligence. I've become very passionate about this topic and I'd like to call myself a domain expert. After 8 years of being in direct selling business, I've come across a lot of women from different races, different nationalities, different beliefs and cultures and values. So hence I discovered one thing that resonated with everybody. It was the ability to control emotions and to use emotions to our advantage. Are you aware that emotions are a God-given tool? It's a powerful tool that could catapult you to success if nurtured well, or it could actually cripple you and you become numb if you do not know how to nurture those emotions. So today let's go into what emotional intelligence is all about. Daniel Goleman wrote at one point, 2007, wrote a book called Emotional Intelligence, and it went straight to become a bestseller. And right now, so emotional intelligence has become one of the most sought after topic. So I've gone into it and liked it, and I would love to share with you. What is emotional intelligence? And I'll give you a definition from Daniel Goleman. Daniel Goleman calls it his abilities to recognize and regulate emotions in ourselves and others. And I've called it the ability to recognize and acknowledge your feelings and those of others. I'm now saying is being able to recognize that you are getting in emotion in your body, because once an emotion attacks you, it comes up with physical effects, you know. So once you recognize that I've got an emotion, I'm feeling sad or I'm getting excited, you then acknowledge that to say, yes, I'm sad. And then after you've done that, you should be able to recognize the same situation in others. That is the same feelings. You should be able to pick them from somebody else to say, oh, she's looking quite excited today. That's emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence comes in 5 facets. They're called 5 domains. The first domain is self-awareness. Self-awareness in emotional intelligence is being the first facet or first domain to emotional intelligence. It's knowing what we feel and why we feel that way. Simple. Knowing what we're feeling and why we feel that way. Okay, I'm feeling sad, for example. Why am I feeling sad? I'm feeling sad because I've just lost a friend. I'm feeling sad because I've been trespassed upon. Whichever way, you should be able to be aware of your feelings. Once you're aware of your feelings, which is the platform, is very important to be able to pick on emotions, to understand that I've got an emotion, a guilty emotion going on, and be able to reflect upon it. That's the first step, the first foundation to emotional intelligence. Once you're aware and you know what's going on, you should be able to go into the second phase, which is self-control. I'm feeling sad. For example, if I feel sad, and then I've acknowledged that, yes, I'm sad, my face is all drawn and I'm miserable, I'm withdrawn, I'm not talking to anybody, and I'm not answering my phone because I'm feeling sad, I go into self-control. After I'm aware that I'm sad, I now want to control these feelings. How am I going to be able to control my feelings? Self-awareness is the foundation. Once you know, you then know how to deal with your sadness. And that's called self-control. It's emotional management. Being able to stop breaking down in the middle of a conversation or shouting at somebody, thinking because you are angry, you've been trespassed, you are going into what we call self-control. So once you go into self-control, you then go into what we call empathy. Empathy is knowing what somebody else is feeling and be able to respond appropriately. So when someone walks in at work, for example, or wherever you are, someone tells you that, oh, my dog died and they're feeling miserable, you should be able to understand where they're coming from, although you don't respect dogs, right? You should be able to empathize with that person if they're feeling very miserable because they've just lost a dog or a cat or a kitten, or they've just lost a distant relative that you think you in yourself, it may not make you feel sorry. But because you are emotionally mature, you are growing in emotional intelligence, you should be able to empathize with that person. If they are walking in to your husband who's coming from work and is excited because something good has happened, and you yourself, you're at home, you're too busy to even notice, that's not being able to empathize with somebody. You should empathize whether it's bad, good, ugly. You should be able to sit down with them and acknowledge if it's something that needs to be acknowledged or responded or applauded. If they feel they've done something good, you should be able to empathize. That's empathy. And empathy could build your relationships big time. The fourth attribute to emotional intelligence is called motivation. Motivation is being able to be hopeful and to find something positive in any situation, to be able to do it regardless. You feel motivated to carry on. Being able to be hopeful even in a dire scenario, that's being motivated. And a lot of people fail to keep themselves motivated when they start businesses. Maybe they are starting to acquire a degree or whatever you want to do in life, or even cleaning a house. You do it halfway through and you leave. It's lack of motivation. Once you know that you are losing your motivation, that's being aware. You actually be able to act upon it and control it and carry on. A lot of women who are self-motivated, they actually can grow teams. They motivate their employees to do more. So self-motivation is one powerful attribute to emotional intelligence. The fifth one is what we call social skills. Is being able to put all the above areas together, which is the four attributes: the self-awareness, the empathy, self-control, empathy, motivation, together to make it to use it to your own advantage. That's one powerful. Let me give you an example of social skill. You come across somebody that you like straight away. They listen to you, they're very active listeners, they can empathize, and they are able to say, well done, good on you for doing whatever you've done. You feel that they're likable. They can get to a situation and they don't feel, like a fish out of water. They can relate to people. They work, and they're a boss that you miss when they're not at work, or they're not a boss where you think, oh my God, thank God the boss is not here. They're somebody that you actually want to be around with. They are well-rounded human beings. They're grounded. When there's an emergency, they take quick decisions. And when there is a crisis, they're not crippled. They make decisions. They make things work. Those are called people with very high social skills. And I would love to have a boss like that, who is grounded, who can reprimand me without me feeling resentful. That's being someone with social skills. Those are the 5 attributes to emotional intelligence. And if you want to know more about this powerful topic, I would love you to log on to www.florencechaurura.com. I am into training on this very powerful topic, emotional intelligence. There's more to this topic, and I would love you to come along to one of my events or conferences and get yourself engaged and go and use those emotions to your advantage. And I like to say to you, emotions are a tool. I call them a tool. They're a tool that could cripple you if you don't know how to nurture them properly, or they can catapult you to success if you become socially savvy. Powerful social skills. You could become the next president of any country that you live in. I want to say, log on again on www.florencechaurura.com. Thank you.